This is a Fox News alert. Tonight, we continue to await the grand jury decision about whether Officer Darren Wilson will face charges in the Michael Brown shooting death. Earlier today, Brown's father released a video statement ahead of the decision advocating for nonviolence, no matter what the outcome. Here's a clip.
I thank you for lifting your voices to end racial profiling and police intimidation. But hurting others or destroying property is not the answer. No matter what the grand jury decides, I do not want my son's death to be in vain. I want it to lead to incredible change, positive change, change that makes the St. Louis region better for everyone.
Here now with reaction, former LAPD Detective Mark Furman, Fox News contributor David Webb, who's still with us on the ground in Ferguson tonight. Mark, we see the agitators, they're releasing plans, they have training sessions, they have specific target lists that they're going to hit if they don't get the decision they want. How do police prepare for that? Because I'm sure they don't want these confrontations. David had video from last night. What do they do?
Well, the first thing, Sean, is you can't deviate at all from what Ferguson actually did before. They have to have their police in riot gear. They have to have them in, officer safety gear, and they have to be prepared for exactly what they're threatening to do to the police. And rocks, bottles, water bottles, Molotov cocktails, other projectiles, firearms, they have to be prepared for that. So a show of force is the first line that actually deters violence when you have a crowd that isn't so equipped. And they look at the police that are. Sometimes that is a deterrent, except for the most motivated.
David, let me ask you this. You're on the ground there. The president has weighed in on this. Eric Holder's weighed in multiple times, even this week. My question is, they weighed in without hearing any of the evidence in this case. Didn't they create in the minds of some people that a specific decision would be reached here? And if that doesn't occur, aren't they responsible for creating that expectation and whatever violence may happen as a result?
Yeah, when you talk about the bully pulpit that the president or the attorney general has, they do have a megaphone that magnifies the situation. On the other side of that, we have a process that has not been carried out fully. We don't have a verdict from the grand jury. And if the evidence is released, as the prosecutor said, if Darren Wilson's not indicted, then it will be there for all to see. The leaks aside, this process the integrity of the process should matter. And as Mark talks about what the police have to do, the process also has to play out. That's better for everyone, whether you're on one side or another of the issue.
You know, Mark, the president has weighed in with no information. The attorney general has done so 81 times. Al Sharpton is at the White House, and the president, the day after Election Day, is telling him and other protesters, stay the course. How would you interpret stay the course?
Well, stay the course means that whoever is stating their view of this case, which Michael Brown was the victim, not the suspect, stay the course means keep the pressure up and keep the sound, the voice of the people up. It is so misplaced what the government did. They got involved in a state issue without asking if they could. They got involved in something that they don't have to deal with, the state of Missouri does.
Last question for both of you. It's a yes or no answer. If, God forbid, something happens, and I pray it doesn't, does the president and Eric Holder, do they bear some culpability in whipping people's minds up here? We'll start with you, Mark.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think, David?
Absolutely.
Yes, they do. Absolutely.
All right. We'll continue to follow it. David, I know it's cold out there. Thank you for being with us. Mark, thank you.